Good afternoon, everyone. To formally start our session this afternoon, I would like to request everyone to be settled as we are about to begin our invocation to them. Now let us put ourselves in the holy presence of the Lord.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for gathering us all today in this important endeavor. We ask that you bestow your guidance and blessing upon each attendee. May we honor one another by keeping an open mind. May we voice our truth and listen with an open heart. Bless everyone present today, that each may be able to share his or her contributions and gifts. Grant good health and safety to loved ones left outside this room, and bestow peace and goodwill to all of us. We ask for your wisdom and grace to use our talents for the betterment of others. May the various activities related to this day be a success through your intervention. With gratitude, we offer this prayer in your name.
Again, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the G7 Science, Technology, and Society webinar, where we are going to tackle the biotechnology and its application in agriculture. We're so glad that you could join us today for this exciting session where we will explore how biotechnology is transforming the future of agriculture and creating more sustainable farming practices. Throughout this webinar, we'll dive into the key concepts of agricultural biotechnology, its practical application, and the real-world examples, especially in the Philippine context. We'll also touch on some of the ethical, environmental, and regulatory aspects of biotech in agriculture. So whether you're a student, a researcher, or a professional in the field, we're confident that you will leave here with valuable insights that you can apply to your work or studies. So to begin our session this afternoon, allow me to introduce our research speakers. Who will provide the insights that we need in today's webinar, rather. So, first, we will have yours truly, Giove Calliope, and Miss Roby Marie Carulio, who will introduce the importance of biotechnology in agriculture, its scope, and its role in addressing the global challenges like food security, climate change, and sustainability. Next up, we have Mr. Maria Amil Suan, who will dive into the real-world application of biotechnology, focusing on crop improvement and breeding, and how this innovation contribute to productive and resilient farming practices. Following that, we will have Mr. James Montecillo, who will discuss the core techniques used in agricultural biotechnology, such as genetic engineering and tissue culture, explaining how these techniques are changing the landscape of farming. Then we will have Mr. Charles Ikat, who will be presenting the local relevance of biotechnology in the Philippines with a particular focus on Norso Pamplona campus and its role in fostering research, development, and collaboration with the local farmers. Afterward, we will have Mr. Van Axel Boncaras and Ms. Erlyn Mia Iba, who will address the ethical, environmental, and policy considerations surrounding biotechnology in agriculture, as well as the concerns about its impact on health and environment. Finally, we will have Mr. Alex Academia who will wrap up our session with his key insights. So without further ado, let's kick things off. So please join me as I will begin to discuss the importance of biotechnology and application in agriculture. So first, we have this illustration here. So as you can see, uh, we have an agriculturist or a food scientist, crop scientist, and so to begin, agricultural biotechnology refers to the application of scientific techniques that uses living organisms or biological systems to improve agricultural products and practices. So according to the illustration, this includes crop improvement, disease control, soil management, and the development of sustainable farming solutions. So, rather than replacing traditional agriculture, biotechnology complements it by making farming more efficient, resilient, and environmentally responsible. So, what is biotechnology? So, agricultural technology refers to the use of scientific innovations and tools to improve farming productivity, efficiency, and sustainability. So, in simple terms, agricultural biotechnology combines biology and technology to solve agricultural problems. It involves manipulating plants, microorganisms, and genetic materials to enhance desirable traits such as higher yield, pest resistance, or improved nutrition. Examples ay kanang disease resistance of crops, biofertilizers, and laboratory grown planting materials. So the next illustration we have is the evolution of farming. So we have the early farming, which is this one, where it is a manual way of farming. And next is we have the advanced farming, where we start to use drones and other engineering materials, our advanced engineering materials. So agricultural biotechnology did not begin with modern laboratories. Early farmers practiced selective breeding by choosing plants with desirable traits. Over time, scientific advances led to hybridization, tissue culture, and eventually genetic engineering, based on what you can see, Dere. And then today, biotechnology plays a crucial role in modern farming by increasing food production, reducing reliance on chemical pesticides, and supporting climate resilient agriculture. So that's all for my part. Now we'll have Ms. Ruby Carolio to explain the core techniques of agricultural biotechnology. Ms. Carolio?
Core techniques in agricultural biotechnology. There are several key techniques used in agricultural biotechnology. Each plays a distinct role in improving crop performance and sustainability. So we have the four core techniques, which is genetic engineering, tissue culture, marker assisted selection, and microbial inoculants. Genetic engineering. Genetic engineering. Genetic engineering involves modifying an organism's DNA to introduce specific traits. For example, crops can be engineered to resist insect pests, tolerate drought, or enhance nutritional content. This technique allows scientists to achieve improvements that would take much longer using traditional breeding. Tissue culture. Tissue culture is a laboratory technique where plants are grown from small cells or tissues under sterile conditions. This method produces uniform, disease-free, disease-free plants and is commonly used for bananas, sugarcane, and ornamental plants. Marker-assisted selection. Marker-assisted selection uses molecular markers to identify plants that carry desirable traits such as disease resistance or high yield. This method speeds up plant breeding by allowing scientists to select the best plants early in the process. Microbial inoculants. Microbial inoculants are beneficial microorganisms applied to soil or plants. They improve nutrient uptake, enhance soil fertility, and support plant growth while reducing the need for chemical fertilizers. Before we proceed, here's a quick trivia question for everyone. Which common Philippine crop is often propagated using tissue culture to ensure it is disease-free? The answer is banana.
So now let's proceed to the application of biotechnology in agriculture. So now we will have Mr. Maria Emil Suan and Mr. James Montesilio for their discussion. Mr. Suan, please proceed.
Talk about crop improvement and breeding. Crop improvement and breeding, the science and practice of developing better crop varieties by selecting the crossing plants to improve traits such as yield, quality resistance to disease and pests, and tolerance to environmental stresses. One of the most important applications of biotechnology is crop improvement. Through biotechnology, crops are developed to be more productive, resilient, and adaptable to environment stress. Drought tolerance, pest resistance, and nutrient efficiency. Biotechnological innovation help crop science survive harsh conditions such as drought and resist insect pests. This improvement reduce crop losses and minimize the need for pesticide and fertilizers. For example, pest resistance crop disease chemical spraying, benefiting both farmers and the environment. Use of molecular markers in variety selection. Molecular markers help breeders identify superior crop varieties more efficiently. Instead of waiting for plants to mature, scientists can detect desirable traits early for saving time. Now let's move on in vitro propagation and micropropagation. These are laboratory-based plant tissue culture techniques in which plants are grown under sterile conditions on a nutrient medium outside their natural environment. Micropropagation allows for the rapid multiplication of elite planting materials. This technique ensures uniform growth, high survival rates, and disease-free crop. Mass production of elite planting materials. Through micropropagation, thousands of identical plants can be produced from a single parent plant. This is especially important for crops like banana and sugarcane, conservation of heirloom and indigenous varieties. Biotechnology also helps conserve indigenous and heirloom plant varieties by preserving them in laboratories, protecting agricultural biodiversity. Thank you.
Genetic engineering in crops. Genetic engineering allows crops to express specific traits that improve yield, quality, and resistance to pests and diseases. GMO for enhanced yield and quality. Genetically modified or GMOs are developed to address specific agricultural challenges. Examples: It includes pest-resistant corn and nutrients-enhanced rice and CRISPR and gene editing in crops. CRISPR is a modern gene editing tool that allows precise modification of plant genes. Unlike the traditional GMO, CRISPR can improve traits without introducing foreign DNA. And soil and plant health management. Biotechnology also supports soil health through biological solutions. Biocontrol agents, biofertilizers, and microbial consortia. Biocontrol agents reduce harmful pests naturally, while biofertilizer improves soil fertility. Microbial consortia work together to enhance plant growth and soil sustainability.
Thank you for that, Mr. Suan and Mr. Montesilio. Now let's proceed to Mr. Charles Ikat for the case study and local relevance.
So in the Philippine context, the University of the Philippines Los Baños, or also known as UPLB, has been active involved in biotechnology research and crop improvement, including work genetically engineered crops such as BTA plant, which is engineered for resistance to insects, pests, and collaboration on golden rice, a rice variety enhanced with beta-carotene to help address vitamin A deficiency. So in global innovations, a study development and characterizations of GR2E golden rice integration lines evaluated as research about the performance and nutrient content of GR2E golden rice lines. So the performance of and nutrient and content of GR2E golden rice lines developed with enhanced B-carotene, or also known as pro vitamin A, in fields of tests in the Philippines and Bangladesh. So the results showed that these lines match the agronomic performance of conventional rice and contained significant B-carotene levels. It's capable of supplying roughly around 30 to 50% of estimated average of vitamin E requirements for populations dependent on rice. So in the local relevance to Norso Pamplona campus, in regard to its relevance, the Negros Oriental State University College of Agriculture, Forestry, and Fisheries, in collaboration with the Provincial Agriculture Office, the Municipal Agriculture Office of Sibulan, and Barangay Bolok-Bolok officials and the West Bolok-Bolok Livelihood Farmers Association, or also known as West BOLFA. As a project recipient, officially launched the extension project entitled Sustainable Farming Initiatives for Senior Farmers in Barangay Bolok-Bolok, Sibulan, and also Kapamilya Advocacy for Good Security and Hunger Mitigation. This project aims to empower senior farmers through sustainable agricultural process. It strengthens local food security and contribute to hunger alleviation efforts with the community. So in the College of Agriculture, Forestry, and Fisheries in Norso Pamplona campus, they did a farmer education and outreach program, just like the university extension programs that serve as a bridge between research and the farming community. Through workshops and training, local farmers can be educated about the benefit of biotechnology, the vital of the integration of biotechnology in agriculture research and practices for local farmers. So the college can still continue making its sustainable farming practices through research and development projects. That's all.
Okay, now for our ethical, environmental, and policy consideration, let's have Mr. Von Axel Buncaras and Miss Erlyn Mia Iba for their discussion. So, Mr. Buncaras, please proceed.
Myths and controversies. Allergies. New allergen in food. Environmental impact. Harm to non-target species. Gene transfer. Genes spreading to wild plants. Food safety. Unknown long-term effects. Ethical issues. Concern about playing God. Cross-contamination. Mixing GM and non-GM crops. Despite its benefit, agricultural biotechnology raises concern regarding the safety of genetically modified organisms or GMOs, potential environmental impacts, and ethical issues. Critics often question the long-term effects of GMOs on human health, biodiversity, and ecological balance. There are also concerns about gene flow to non-GMO crops and the development of pest resistance. In the Philippines, public perception and misinformation significantly influence the acceptance of biotechnology. Limited access to accurate scientific information has led to debates and resistance among certain sectors of society, emphasizing the need for transparent communication and public education.
That's all, Mr. Bongkalas.
That's all.
Okay, so now, Miss Iba, please proceed.
For the regulatory framework to address this concern, the Philippines government established several legal and regulatory framework to ensure the safe and responsible use of biotechnology. Republic Act number 10,068, Organic Agriculture Act of 2010, promotes sustainable and environmentally friendly agricultural practice while recognizing the need to regulate biotechnology to protect human health and environment. Exclusive Order number 514 in 2006 established the nation's Biosafety Framework or NBF of the Philippines, ensuring that the modern biotechnology applications undergo risk assessment, management, and monitoring before approval. Joint Department Circular number 1 series of 2016 uh, issued by the Department of Agriculture, Science and Technology, Government and Natural Resources, Health and Interior and Local Government. This circular outlines the rules that producer for the researcher, development, handling, and commercializations of GMOs, ensuring biosafety and public particular Administrative Order number 8, series of 2002 as amended, um, providing guidelines for the importations on release of genetically modified plants and plants products, focusing on environmental and food safety. These legal basis demonstrate the biotechnology in the Philippines is subject to strict regulations, scientific evaluation, and public consultation. Through this safeguard, the government aims to balance technological advancement with environmental protections, public health, and ethical responsibility. That's all.
So, for our last piece, for our recap of the key insights, let's have Mr. Alex Academia for his part. Mr. Academia, please proceed.
Notes: Biotechnology in Sustainable Agriculture links science, technology, and society for sustainable farming, boosts crop productivity and food security, supports environmentally friendly and resilient agriculture. Philippine examples BT corn and biofiltered crops help farmers in tackle national challenges. Requires institutional support, public awareness, and regulation. Collaboration and research are essential for safe and effective use. Today's webinar highlighted how biotechnology connects science, technology, and society in building sustainable agriculture. It emphasized the role of agriculture, biotechnology in improving crop productivity, enhancing food security, and promoting environmentally responsible farming practices. The discussion underscored how biotechnology complements traditional agriculture by increasing efficiency and resilience, particularly particularly in the face of climate change and resource limitations. The webinar also examined the Philippine context, showcasing how innovation such as BT corn and biofortified crops contribute contribute to farmer livelihoods while addressing national agricultural challenges. Furthermore, the importance of strong institutional support, public awareness, and regulatory framework was emphasized to ensure that biotechnology is applied safely, ethically, and responsibly. Overall, the session reinforced the idea that informed decision making scientific research and collaboration among stakeholders are essential for maximizing the benefits of biotechnology sustainable agriculture. Thank you.
So before we end our webinar, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to all of us who actively engage and thoughtfully contribute throughout today's webinar. Your enthusiasm and commitment to advancing knowledge in agriculture biotechnology have made this event truly impactful. Thank you once again for your time and dedication to learning and improving the future of sustainable agriculture. This is Jayabe Sikiliopi, your host for today's session.
Show me love, don't need no money, don't need nobody, just need your body.